what's up, Cootie Crew? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is my last and final cosplay of the season, the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn outfit. I'm going to show you guys how I put this together. Some of it is DIY and some of it's shopping. Anything that I have the links for, I will go ahead and put down in the description box. Not only is this a really fun look, it's also really fun to wear. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing I'm going to show you is how I created these shorts. I used a ratty pair of jeans that I had that were already high rise. If you want, you can go thrifting for a pair of jeans so it's not crazy expensive. Fabric paint and scissors and some tweezers are all that I used. So first I started by cutting the length off of the pants to make them shorts. An amazing thing about making the shorts yourself is that you can decide the length that works best for you. And because these are going to be distressed, I didn't even have to measure them out or anything. I literally just started cutting. And then to create the stripes on the shorts, I started by just using some regular tape over top of the shorts to sort of lay out where the lines were going to be so that I would have some nice even edges on all of my painted lines. Once I had one half of the back of them all set out, I just added the fabric paint and went around and filled in the open lines. Now I did my shorts in 4 different sections, so back left, back right, front left, and front right. That way I could just move the shorts in whichever direction I needed and not have to worry about wet paint on the other side. And now the left side of the shorts is combined with stripes and stars, so I got some red fabric paint, a really small paintbrush, and just started adding random red stars all over the side. I did leave about a ½ inch or so on the bottom without any stars on it, so this is what it looked like when it was all painted up and finished. Using some reference photos, I did the same techniques on all the other portions of the shorts, and then when everything was all dried, I removed the tape to see the finished product. It was very satisfying to peel off all of the pieces of tape. Once the painting was done, it was time for the distressing, so I grabbed my scissors and my tweezers and got to work. Now on the left side, there's just a chunk of the bottom of the front of the shorts that's just completely missing, so I cut that out first and then cut a line above it so that I could add a little bit more distressing around that missing chunk of shorts. And so to start, I scraped the scissors along all of the edges where I just cut to get things ready and frayed, and then I used tweezers to pull out all of the vertical threads so that you only see those horizontal white threads. On the other side, there is also a lot of distressing, but not really a giant missing chunk of shorts on the same. So for that, you just cut a couple horizontal lines and then pull the threads out between them instead of cutting out an entire hole. I accidentally goofed on cutting, but since they're going to be distressed, it's not that big of a deal. Another thing I did with the tweezers is go around and just rip at the edges all around the bottom of the shorts, and that just helps add extra distressing, as you can see all around the bottom edges. And you can also go around and scrape with the scissors on all of the edges, anything to just really pull at the threads. Once you're satisfied with how shredded your shorts look, they are all done. So really all you need is a pair of high-waisted shorts or pants, fabric paint, scissors, and tweezers to get this very simple look. Oh, and some tape. Now let's talk about this amazing signature jacket. I was planning to make my own out of a clear raincoat that I found, these holographic streamers and caution tape, and just sew them onto the sleeves of the jacket and then crop the jacket really short. That was my plan. However, Hot Topic made this very jacket I'm wearing right now as a replica from the film, and I managed to find it secondhand online for a crazy cheap price. So I ended up just buying it because it cost like $2 more than the materials to make it, and so I saved myself a ton of work by just buying it. Now onto the next DIY item, this mallet, which I made for the cost of this wooden rod. Seriously, that's it. Everything else was materials I recycled or already had at home. So let's get started. I used an empty protein container as the base for the mallet. It was the right shape and I had it on me, so I figured I would go for it. I measured an inch from each side, and that was going to be where I started the design in the middle. And then using tape again, I lined it up so that I could create a nice neat line around the edges. Again, 1 inch from each side. Then I measured out a folded piece of paper to be the same length as the section between the two taped lines, and use that to create a diamond pattern. I just used the paper to measure out about the dimensions of the diamonds that I wanted to create, and then cut it out of that piece of paper, and then used that to trace around the entire outside to have all nice, neat diamonds. Then I went ahead and painted all the diamonds red. Now on the outer edges, that outside inch that I taped off, I used a woody color and just painted it in outward strokes. So from the center to the outside. And that was all of the painting portion done for the mallet. On the flat side, I went ahead and created Harley's smiley face on the end, just like she has on her own mallet. I first did it in pencil just so I could kind of see where I wanted it to go, and then did a sloppy painting of the red. It was actually sloppy on purpose, I promise. And then once the red was down, I went over top of that with a black Sharpie. You could optionally add the diamonds to the other end, or even the writing around the wooden portion on the inside. Then, once the main part of the mallet was finished, I grabbed the wooden rod and painted it a nice bright royal blue color. Then I added electrical tape around the handle portion to create that handle, and used that same electrical tape to create the black lines bordering the diamonds on the mallet. Put the lid on and found where the bottom of the mallet was, and put a hole in there so that the rod could fit all the way through. I hot glued it in place from the inside and added electrical tape where they connect. The pink velvet crop top was another Hot Topic item, although I did get that from the actual store, not secondhand, because I couldn't find that anywhere. I also ordered online the pair of red suspenders and her signature necklace. I thought about creating my own, but again, when I did the calculation of the price of the materials versus just buying the necklace, it ended up really being so much easier to just purchase this necklace online. Let's move on to the shoes. In the movie, she's wearing sequin socks with some see-through booties. I did try to look for some see-through booties at thrift stores and online and just didn't find anything that I really loved. But I had this pair of pink glitter Converses that worked way too perfectly, so that's what I wore, and I think they worked out really well. For the makeup, I did a dark lip. It's like a rust color since I didn't have the same red color. Painted on the tattoos with eyeliner, and then did some smudgy black eyeshadow. I ordered this wig online, and out of the bag it looked really flat, so I actually put my hair up in buns underneath the wig cap where the pigtails are, just to add a little extra volume there, and then adjusted the elastics on the pigtails to make them stand out some more. And with that, that is my complete cosplay look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you found this useful or maybe just entertaining, as always, please give it a thumbs up. Check out the other videos I have on my channel, and if you want to stay tuned, subscribe. And now that it's all done, I'm gonna go make myself an egg sandwich. See you later.